Hey everybody, you can see we are not at the 310 table today. We are poolside in Vero Beach, Florida, where we're going to be checking out Skyborne Flight Academy with Hannah, and we're going to take you guys along to a couple good places to eat.
Yeah, we found this one Italian restaurant kind of by accident, and yeah, we've heard a lot about CJ Cannon's, so looking forward to that.
Yep, so come along with us and let's show you if there's any good places to eat here in Vero Beach. Hey everybody, we're back at the 310 table from our trip to Vero Beach, Florida.
Yep, and the first place we want to talk about is the Italian kitchen, where we had some really good food and met some really cool people.
Yeah, we started off the meal with some cheese bread, which was really good. The bread was light, it wasn't heavy at all. The mozzarella, maybe a little provolone mozzarella and marinara sauce was excellent. It was a great starter.
You could tell it was fresh.
It was made there. They don't import it. They make all of their stuff as far as we know.
Yeah, I got the chicken parmigiana. That was really good. It came with like noodles and that same sauce that came with the breadsticks.
Marinara sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, marinara sauce.
I think it was the same sauce. It tasted like the same anyway.
Yeah, and I got the Italian sausage sandwich, which was great. It was on the same bread that came with the cheese bread. And the sausage was a mild Italian sausage. It wasn't spicy, but it did come with peppers and onions like it should. And it was, I give it a 9 out of 10. It was really, really quite good. Cindy got what? Nobody can remember what she got. It doesn't matter how many times she says it, it's irrelevant.
The combo stromboli.
All right, she got a combo stromboli, and she said it was really good. She was edging towards giving it a 10. I think it had ham and pastrami in it. Is that correct? Soft camera.
Meats.
Had what? Had 4 meats. 4 meats. I don't know what the 4 meats were, but it was really good. I know it smelled good. And that's the thing about an Italian restaurant. When you go into an Italian place, you know it's going to be good or mediocre or bad just the minute you open the door. There's a smell about an Italian restaurant, and if it's a good Italian restaurant, there's a smell about it, and boy, it hits you in the face as soon as you open the door. And we knew this was going to be a good spot. We highly recommend it.
I also got the Italian wedding soup. Is that what that's called?
That's what it was called as an appetizer.
That was excellent. I give the whole meal like a 9.5.
Yep, I'll go 9.5 as well. I said Cindy goes 9.5, 10. So this is a must for anyone going to Vero Beach. Next up, finished up our meal there, and we got up the next morning and we hit CJ Cannon's. So next up in the video, we're going to take you to CJ Cannon's. All right, guys, you saw a little bit of a walk around from CJ Cannon's. That place is fascinating. When you first walk in the door, it doesn't matter if you come from the parking lot or you can fly and actually park in front of CJ Cannon's. They've got their own ramp parking, and you can come in the ramp door. The place is like this little museum. They've just got all sorts of paraphernalia, collectible things, artwork. We tried to show you a little bit of it in the video. I think you could probably be in there for 30 minutes just looking around at that sort of thing if it interests you at all. But we went on back and got breakfast. It was a very good breakfast. I got the country fried steak and the home fries. Great portions. The service when we were there was pretty good. We've heard people say the service maybe sometimes isn't great, but I guess that's everywhere after COVID-19 and all the craziness that we've gone through the last couple of years. But our service was good.
Yeah, we did go there in the morning though, and the person who said that they had bad service went there in the evening. So you might want to give it some time between.
Yeah, hit it for breakfast, hit it for lunch, and if you do hit it for dinner, let us know in the comments if the service was good at night. So what'd you get?
I got the breakfast sandwich. It was bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant. That was really good. And Mom got some sort of pancakes with like candied pecans and
bananas and candied pecan pancakes.
Yeah. With like whipped cream on it.
Yeah, with a side of bacon.
It looked good.
It looked really sweet. She said it was quite good. I just can't do sweet stuff like that in the morning. You know, a lot of you guys out there, you get up, you grab a cinnamon roll, and you drink coffee with 15 pounds of sugar and cream in it. Not real coffee. But hey, you know what? If you like sweet stuff in the morning, they got your sweet tooth filled. So, I don't know. You got anything else to say about CJ Cannons? What do you give it a score-wise?
I'd give it maybe an 8 or a 9.
8 or a 9?
8.5 maybe.
I'll go 8.5, 9 on what I got. Again, the portions were right. Being from Alabama, tend to grade anything southern fried, country fried, swimming in grease a little stronger than maybe the rest of you guys in the country. But yeah, I'll go a 9 on it. The portions were quite large, and I didn't feel ripped off. I mean, the prices were in line with the portions that we got. What do you give it? What was yours?
9.
9? Cindy goes a 9. So I don't think any of us actually finished everything that we were served.
No.
One of the great things about CJ Cannons, I'm going to plug it, is, like I said earlier a few minutes ago, you can just fly right to it. Fly into Vero Beach, pull right up to the restaurant, have a meal, and then line up and wait, because Vero Beach, for you guys that have never seen it or been there, have a look at it on ForeFlight on any given weekday. It is like the Chicago of O'Hare of general aviation planes, because Skyborne Flight Academy is there. And I think they must do 15 to 20 flights, before lunch, and then they do 15, 20 flights or more after lunch. So we did go check Vero Beach out as promised. That was where we went next after CJ Cannons. Hannon's looking at going to school there. Got any thoughts about that to introduce it?
I was actually pretty impressed.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed too. So check out Vero Beach.
Skyborne.
And Skyborne. Yeah, the school. But check out Vero Beach too. All right, that was a quick look at Skyborne Airline Academy. Hannah went down there to check it out. We checked it out. What did you think about it?
I really liked it all around. I did take one discovery flight. I was backseat for that flight. There was one other girl on the tour. She got front seat. I thought that the instructor was very good and he was very nice. The plane looked like it was well kept. The dorms that they have there are literally right on the field, basically. They have a 30-acre campus. The rooms were pretty big. It's kind of like a mini apartment, almost.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was certainly better living than I had when I went to college. Everything there, from the parent looking at paying for the student to go, was very professional without being stuffy and pretentious. Some of the other schools that we looked at, and as you know, we've told everyone Hannah did attend Delta State for a short period of time. Skyborne Flight Academy, in my opinion, as a parent, was heads above everywhere else that we've looked at. They're not messing around trying to throw a 4-year degree in there with it. They're not trying to drag students out as far as we can tell. They've got a very good curriculum. It's meetable. Benefit that Hannah's got, and that I think we have, is that Hannah's got a friend down there. And so tell us a little bit about what he said about it.
Yeah, so that's actually how I heard about the school, is when he was looking at it, and he did start there in January. And, you know, he just kind of told me to look into it, and he sent me the website and kind of went from there.
Yeah, and one of the things that we found out from him is that unlike some of the other schools that we've heard about and in fact experienced, if you're struggling with something down there, according to Thomas, boy, I'll tell you what, they're there to help you pass. They'll help you get it. They're not just going to go, oh, well, too bad for you, and throw you out. They very much seem to be on their game with getting anybody any help to understand anything. I've been a pilot now for several years, and I can tell you, everybody out there learning to fly is going to hit something that they just don't understand, whether it be the way it was taught or they just need to see it a different way. I know you've experienced that already in the 40 plus hours that you've got.
Yeah.
So it's really good as a parent and a former student to think, hey, these guys are really looking out to get you where you want to go and not just take your money and tell you to have a nice day.
I also like that they have a work-life balance where the first couple weeks that you're there, you're studying really hard for your written and taking their ground school program, and then you take your written, and once you pass that, you move on to the flying portion. And it's recommended that you fly 3 days a week with the option of flying every day, but it's not really recommended. Right. So you actually have a lot of time that you can study and kind of take a mental and physical break. Yeah,
that's great. So right after that, in the video, we're going to throw you a little bit. What's the museum we went to?
The McClarty Treasure Museum.
McClarty Treasure Museum. We're going to wrap up with some pictures from the McClarty Treasure Museum. If you make it down to Vero Beach, driving through, flying through, or just on vacation, that's a great little museum that I guess Cindy found it on the internet?
No, actually, we heard...
I don't know.
Actually, I heard about it from a show called Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates. He went there one time. So that was really cool. Never thought I'd actually get the chance to go.
Yeah, they call this the Treasure Coast, and I've known that for years, but what I did not know is that weekly people still find Spanish galleon treasure washing up on the beach there from multiple wrecks that happened way back in the 1700s.
1715 to be specific.
Well, one of the big wrecks was 1715, but there was 1705, 1712, and then 1715 was a whole fleet got smashed by hurricane. And so it's an interesting little museum. If you guys get down there, check it out. Anything else to add?
I highly recommend that museum. It's really cool.
All right, cool. Well, you guys fly often and fly safe.